What's up, mouth? It's your boy, Love is amazing, clean, and sex, and of course, we are talking about Power Book 3, Season 4, Episode 5, Price of Fame. And before we gonna get into the show and everything that's going on with Lou and everybody in Rock and everything else, but we gotta talk about Famous. We find out at the end of the episode. We get into it. We not even doing an intro. We get an intro after we talk about this. Famous is found. His body is found under a pillow at the end of the episode. Under a bed. And the question is, who did it? What for? And I want to go over there with you so y'all can tell me in the comments, who do you believe did it? Who do you think ended our boy Famous? Because my boy Kanan was in tears. You lose your best friend. So I think that automatically he's a suspect, but I don't think he did it. Second suspect, probably the one that feels most obvious, is Lou. Lou has been looking for him the whole episode. I think he's the prime suspect in this situation. I don't think it's Lou at all. I think it's just a little play to get us to think it's Lou. Why would Lou do this? Why would Lou want to end Famous? Maybe Lou wasn't doing as well in the therapy as we thought. Maybe Lou saw that Famous was getting on without him, and he couldn't have that happen. That's the reason behind I think Lou was. Famous might have even told him one time, I don't need you. Maybe it even happened after Lou got out. Not even while he was in. He met Famous and Famous like, I don't need you. We did see a scene early in the season where Lou literally heard the song and immediately cut it off when his boy was talking about it. Next up, Unique. Unique is shooting all kind of innocent people for whatever reason. He is just ending people. Why would he not end Famous? That's the way to get at Kanan. Make Kanan mess up. Mess with Rock. If Kanan not rocking with Rock, Rock ain't at 100%. Kanan's still her son, even though normally she would just handle the situation, but that's her son. She can't just handle it like that. Maybe it's to throw Rock off. And maybe Famous was trying to not do what Unique wanted him to do. He maybe wanted to get in certain sections with Kanan, and he couldn't do it. So Unique did what Unique had to do, right? We also have another one, Marvin, who was crashed out in this episode. My man said he don't want to do it no more. He said, you messing up. You playing with fire right now. And then he fired off on him. He's been a hothead this season. He's been with Stefano behind the scene. And he handled his business. Maybe it was the most obvious person who doesn't have a problem, as we know, putting an end to the friends of Kanan. Rock. Did Rock have him in it? Maybe she told him don't snitch. Maybe she felt he was a snitch. We saw what she did to old boy that was loyal to them, how it affected Lou in previous season. Old boy didn't even snitch. Baby daddy number one told her that he was a snitch because he saw her in the room with him in the room with the police. Didn't even snitch. He was caught on some little weird charges. But he was talking. Rock can't have people talking. The rumor has been around that he was talking. So Rock could end him. How about the police? Maybe he wasn't doing right. Maybe they're trying to play something on Kanan. There's so many scenarios. I want to know in the comments and your thoughts. Any other scenarios I didn't go over from potential people? Any scenarios that you would think of? Why would they do it? Why didn't they do it? Or if you can't think of any, which one of those you think is most likely so we can get into it and figure out who did what, when, where, all that. Now let's get into the episode with this long intro.
You know, it sounds better when it's playing.
I'm a player with the kid, creative beats.
This episode, The Price of Fame, it had a lot of little intricate parts, right? It had a lot of little intricate parts. We saw Joyce want Marvin to end her, basically. We saw him crying. His motto was truly become shoot first, consequence later. It was interesting how quick he ended Terry, but he couldn't do it versus his mother. And he thought about it. She begged, appealed to his ego. She even threatened him. Marvin, sorry. Oh, that hit though. I'm not gonna lie, that hit. Marvin, sorry. I'm like, he just had to walk out because she wanted to end it. She kept just saying Marvin sorry because he a crash out. He been a crash out the whole season. We saw what he did with as I said, Terry. We see how he handling like Quan and all them. We see how he handling business. But when it came to his mother, he had a soft spot. We saw Terry. That was a good scene. Listen, 50. You did a good scene right there, my boy. That was emotional. It did its job. Joyce acted out. She did something that y'all, if you ain't from that type of old school community, you don't understand. When they get tired, they get tired. And you couldn't, but we knew he couldn't do it. We knew he couldn't do it. Rock might do it. I got another question besides the famous question. Besides the famous question, do y'all think Rock would have did it? You think Rock would have did it way easier? Marvin can do it. I don't think Lou could do it. Lou most certainly can do it at this point. Maybe Lou season one could have did it. Lou now, most 100% can do it. Marvin, I was curious if he was going to be able to do it. I kind of felt like he would. I felt like Marvin, because the way he talked about it, even though he had a bunch of problems with her and the father, I don't feel like he could do it. Rock, I think the only reason Rock might have not did it is to appease her. And I think Joyce probably knew it. Like if it was something I didn't want it, Rock might get away with it. But I don't know, her feelings is so messed up and mumbled right now based on her mom. I don't know if she could do it. So I want to know what y'all thought because she did. I can tell you one person could do it. Jukebox. Jukebox is completely different in this episode. Listen, if y'all watch previous episodes of Power, you would have noticed that Uniqo has this thing that he feel like she's a little off. This episode, it wasn't no offness. It was smiles. It was happy. It was normal childhood. It was jokes. Even Marvin was like, "You are way too comfortable right now. I have not seen you like this. You caught a body and you became more normal. Not less normal. You became more normal. That's not right." We going through this season and finally, because we asked, and if you watched the previous episode, I asked you, Nico, and I want to ask you too. When was Jukebox going to actually evolve into that person we knew in Power? Because she been through a lot. We could have been when her girlfriend passed in the first season. It could have been when she met her mother and she tried to put her in some weird therapy. It could have been when she went to the army. It could have been when she came out as. It could have been when, as we saw, she met Kanan's girlfriend one on one, and they tried to stab her so she couldn't get the number one part. Or when that fell through when the police got her because of the family. There's so many scenarios that she could have snapped, but she actually catching a body made her normal. Even when she met with her at the mob, he's like, "You didn't do it right." She played it off like a normal person. Go back and watch the first 3 seasons. Tell me when she could have been normal. She would have made that face like, "You think I would have did that?" She was like, "Come on." Now. She played it like it was normal. I was very uncomfortable. She did her job. But the episode also, most of the episode, focused on a lot of flashbacks. We learned about famous backstory, the mom, what she went through. It had a lot of depth. It added a lot of depth to the situation. I hope my camera right. All right. It added a lot of depth to the situation. It added more emphasis on the desperation of the mom to find famous. And the ultimate end, as we talked about, famous ended up being passed away. But it gave us influence on why the mom left, ran away, the grandmother, the dogs, the scenarios that set him up, the father being abusive, and they ending the father and going through all that he went through. It built up a great emotional rapport. This is one of my favorite episodes of most of these Power series, besides original Power. because it led up to the like you knew he was gonna pass in this episode, right? We knew he was gonna pass, but it built up so much in it, and then the emotional effect of Kanan at the end, and the listen, 50, you did your thing with them words, my guy. You did the thing for your word. Them words was hitting. I lost my bit, man. Other thing that happened in this episode is not as important. What did Kanan plan to do with the money? Well, Terry, Marvin put we talked about it. Marvin put in Terry, you know what I'm saying? And the small thing like Lou with a money to hook up. But I don't know what the music or anything Lou has to do with anything going on in the story. It feels like it's disjointed. So I noticed people been talking about that. Like it feel disjointed. But what if I give you the thought that maybe it leads to him being the one to end the mother? Even though I said earlier, I don't think it will. But the connection of father, musician, Lou being like his father, music, grandmother talking Marvin sorry, she hit that emotional response. Do we get Lou from season one back? Or Lou from season one with 100% did it? All he needed to wear was the word to do it. So do we get that, Lou? But again, Lou with a money and old boy staying in his house, it all feel like weird. So I'm looking to see how they gonna connect that. Is Kanan gonna get into this business? Rock already did it one time. I doubt she do it again with his music business. How does it connect? We have seen a connection between the artist Kanan and Lou being made, but outside of that, Lou hasn't been connected to most of the things in this show outside of his music thing, except for the famous thing, which I think might cause some problems with the music. Which I think that's the only way it's linked. What y'all think? Do y'all think that's the only way it's linked? Because I do not get the whole music industry or Lou situation unless Lou did it. And then of course you see the connects. You see Unique meeting with certain people, meeting with all the people behind Rock's back, trying to make moves. We saw him meet with negotiate with my boy Quan, approached him in the dark, the rear scene. He also, he's gonna be against Stefano. We gonna get the suckers that did this to your brother, your husband, and your family. We gonna get them. I'm gonna clear out, make sure Rock don't never do. We see what they going with it. Wasn't a lot of police in this episode, so it was a relatively focused episode. I really enjoyed it. Let me know y'all thoughts. Did y'all think it was too slow? Was it just right? Did it hit? Does Lou feel disjointed to y'all? Who killed famous? All that stuff. Let me know. Again, you got one question. It's your boy Laugh LMA. Keep it 99. Like and subscribe. All that. It's one question I know you want to ask before we get out of here. So ask it away.